like I told you before, we're in a race for fourth and we're not winning the title. Because fourth is our ceiling, hands down, period. Our unbeaten run is finished, wherever that was. We've lost at the shithole that is the Emirates to Arsenal by 3 goals to 2. Which shows the decision to not take Casemiro off early in the second half blew up in our faces. Not to make that decision by Ten Hag was bordering on insane. Batshit crazy decision. And do you know what? I said before, I think Casemiro did that by purpose. I do. I think he orchestrated what he was going to do at half time. Because he didn't want the comparison, for instance, between him and Partey. And I want the same energy from McTominay as the same as Casemiro. Because they're both on an equal footing in terms of Man United. I don't give a toss what Casemiro did for Real Madrid. It's what he does for Man United that matters. Okay? And I said at the back in the 2022 that Anthony Gordon was on 4 yellow cards early, got a 5th, missed the game. The same applied to Maddison. When you're on a yellow card, you always run the risk of getting another one. And it's a risk that didn't pay off against Palace last Wednesday night. And it was all stacked against us, and in that way, we were set up to lose before the game even started. You could say beaten before it started. You know. And if you're in the midfield area and you don't get a yellow card, you're not doing it right. If you don't come off the pitch with a few bumps and bruises, you've never been involved in the game. Roy Keane used to pick up loads of yellow cards. And the other midfielders used to as well. That's what happens. Not an opinion, it's a fact. And if you don't understand that, you have a lack of knowledge about football and a lack of knowledge about the game of football. And I actually thought the midfield battle was even Stevens. I didn't think one dominated the other in reflection of the game. I thought it was an enormous performance by McTominay. He gave it 1000%, so thank God he's still at our football club. I thought it was fantastic tonight. People didn't expect him to do what he did, and I thought it was tremendous. And that's what McTominay gives you. He's the heart and soul of that midfield. It's not like for like him and Casemiro, because Casemiro's Casemiro, but McTominay was covered in quality. He showed his passion, he showed his control, and he was fantastic. Clocked up another great performance, so I couldn't be any more happy with him. Others, less so. I thought De Gea was very shaky. And I think the equaliser that Arsenal got, that was his fault. There was one moment in the match where he put it out of play. I didn't get why he did that. So he's lacking something. So I thought it was a bizarre performance by De Gea, and I think he should have done better with the equaliser, to be honest. I should have done Wamba Crapper as well, who got beaten by his near post, no more than usual. But I don't really notice that sort of thing because I don't believe in the tactical side of the game. That's the way I see it. So De Gea was poor. I thought Rashford did well, good, well taken goal. I can't fault that. I think he's in a purple patch. I don't think that I'm proved wrong about it. I think I'll still say I would sell him. I'm adamant about that because we all know you're going to go the extra step, aren't you, when you want a new contract? And I think that's what Rashford's doing. I think if you give him a new contract now, it goes to pot, his form goes the other way, and then we've got an Aubameyang, Mesut Ozil situation, haven't we? We don't want that, do we? Weghorst, I don't understand. I said this, why do we buy him? And don't come at me with, oh, he held the ball up. I don't care if he holds the fucking ball up. We're not Stoke. We're not Scunthorpe. We're Man United Football Club. Weghorst was appalling tonight. Why did we sign him? Martial is no use to the ornament, who has no desire to be a team player. Martial gets injured more often than not. The guy's a disgrace. We should have sold him years ago. He keeps getting injured. He's injury prone. You can't keep a player at your football club who can't even play. I think he's doing it by purpose. I think he can play. I don't think he's up to it. I think he's shirking the challenge. I think he's a fucking coward. That's what I think. You play. I don't care if you're fucking injured. You play. And I'll tell you something. There's loads of players up and down the Premier League who are never 100%. They've always got a niggling injury somewhere along the line. But Martial keeps getting injured, but I think he still can play. And I think he's a disgrace, I do. I don't know why he's still at this football club. I'll get rid of him. He's a jinx and a Jonah for Sevilla when he went there on loan, and he's a jinx and a Jonah for his current club, Manchester United, as well. Absolutely disgusting. There you go. That's my eyes on it. My views on it. Okay. Bruno, again, anonymous. We lost the game. You know, so disappointing. Yeah. We got Forest next. Must be split loyalties for you, eh? You know, which to support? Are you going to support United? Are you going to support Forest? Yeah? Probably don't know, do you? Anyway. So yeah, I'm happy with, that we got another game coming up on the horizon on Wednesday. And just a message to Newcastle. We'll see you in the final of the League Cup. I will beat you in that final as well.